Hey guys, this is Comic and today I'm doing a review for Cave Carson with the Cybernetic Eye, and this is another Young Animals comic book I'm reviewing. So I've been reviewing pretty much all of them, and before I start talking about this though, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic episode 166, and that's show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. The exclusive comics will be in the description below, so be sure to check that out. That'll be annotated on Friday, and also check out the last episode of the season from Motherverses. That is annotated also. But let's start talking about Cave Carson with the Cybernetic Eye. So like I said, I've been reviewing all the Young Animals books. I read Shade, the Changing Girl. They have really long, complicated names, all of them. Shade, the Changing Girl, which I liked better than Doom Patrol, but still thought was a little weird. And then Doom Patrol, which I wanted to really like, but it was a little out there for me, so I couldn't really connect to that. I am picking up Shade, so I'm going to get the next issue of that digitally, but I did drop Doom Patrol. But let's see if I enjoyed Cave Carson. Maybe this is a series more in my wheelhouse. So with this issue, the artwork is done by the artist Oming, who does Powers, which I think fits the tone of this book very well, because it is like this detective type secret agent book that, you know, fit the tone for Powers and fits the tone here. So I enjoyed the artwork, and it's a little dark, I'll give it that, but I think it worked, again, for the tone and the little weirdness we're getting with the book. And I liked how the Cybernetic Eye looked. I liked the red coloring there, so I thought that looked nice. But what is this story about? It's about this guy, Cave Carson. Seems like he's had the Cybernetic Eye for a little while, and he just lost his wife, and his daughter and him, who's the daughter's in college, they're trying to deal with it in different ways. But the Cybernetic Eye is trying to tell Cave Carson something. It looks like it's related to his wife's death, and he has to tell people about it. It looks like Wild Dog, if you've been watching Arrow, he makes an appearance here to try to help Cave Carson out. So now Cave's gonna have to figure out this mystery. Is it just in his mind, or is this actually happening? And I like this issue honestly a lot more than the other Young Animal books, because yeah, it's still weird. I mean, it has the weird stuff, it has the psychedelic visions, but it's a bit more grounded, the story. I understand the characters a bit more, and it doesn't just jump right into the story, which it kind of does, but not as badly as Shade and Doom Patrol, where you're kind of lost if you never read these characters before. And I think especially with characters that aren't as popular, a lot of people haven't read these characters. Now I will say a big fault of Cave though is that even though it's a little better than the other series, it still makes you jump into the story without having a lot of information. So I don't know a lot about Cave's Cybernetic Eye here. I wish, you know, there's a little explanation, and especially with this family, it seems like there's a huge past with them that you don't really know because they don't describe it in this book. So that's been a big fault of Young Animals, is that it's not very new reader friendly. But you get the gist with Cave a little bit more than the other ones. But I also enjoyed kind of the grounded elements of this book compared to Doom Patrol and Shade. You have this father who's, you know, just a super spy type character, very much a $6 million man, who has a daughter who's grieving, and that's the main point of this story. And I think they did the grieving very well, and showed, yeah, these two are close, but they also have their individual worries right now and problems, and I enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see that relationship grow. That's something that really attached me to the book. So overall, I definitely had more fun with this book than the other Young Animal books. This I would definitely be picking up the next issue for. I'm actually excited to pick up the next issue. So overall, I gave it 3.5 stars. Again, it's not perfect. It's definitely not new reader friendly, but I felt like this was a bit more grounded, and this had a bit more of a hook than the other Young Animal books. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links to my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.